Unfortunately, we listen the news about the tragical death of Brent William Hinds, the former guitarist of Mastodon. He was killed in a car accident with his motorcycle in 20 August of 2025. And this comes after some months that he left the band in March 2025, left Mastodon, Brent, and we know that he had many issues. In any case, I wanted to make a video in his memory about Mastodon and about their 8 full-length albums of them, a style of worst to best, as in the memory of Brent Hinds. So, let's go. Before that, I have to say that I am not a very big fan of Mastodon. I started to listen to them after the second album, Leviathan, came out, and I continue until now, but I'm not a big fan. In any case, they started in the 2000 in Atlanta, Georgia, and the story goes on that Brent, together with Troy Sanders, the bassist of the band, they met in a High on Fire concert, and they decided to make a band that they play a style of sludge, like High on Fire. They liked all the time also bands like Neurosis, and they have a very good connection with Scott Kelly, that he made some guest appearances in their albums. They started as a sludge band, but a little bit afterwards, after the third album of them, they started to become a little bit more prog rock, prog metal, a little bit more stoner, more groove, and more alternative. So they changed. Many people, they say that their 3 albums of them, they are really strong sludge albums. Afterwards, they became something else, and many people also, they say that the 4 first albums of Mastodon, they are their magnus opus. In any case, let's find out. In my opinion of view, in the last place, in the 8th place, I will put the last album of them of 2011, if I'm not sure, 2021, 2021, their 8th album of them, by the name Hust and Green. This is a double album, a big album. Okay, this is the new face of Mastodon of today. Next place, in the 7th place, I will put their 5th album of them, by the name The Hunter, of 2011. Many people, they like this album. This is the first album that they became a little bit more mainstream, let's say. Not a bad album, but not in my taste. The Hunter of 2011, their 5th album. Next place. In the 6th place, I will put Emperor of Sand. This is their 7th album of 2017. It continues the same way like The Hunter. In their music, a little bit more stoner, and also this album became a very famous album of Mastodon. Now, in the next place, I will put their debut album of 2002, Remission. When this album came out, many people, they didn't know the band, because most of the people started to listen to them after the second album. But it's also a very great album of sludge and the March of the Fire Ants. Until now, many people, fans of Mastodon, like this song and this album very much. Now, next place. Now I'm speaking about the 4th place of in their full-length album category, Blood Mountain. Their 3rd album of them, of 2006, A very great sludge album. It continues the way of Leviathan. Great also album. Very strong. Now, in third place, maybe you will not understand that, but I will put Once More Round the Sun, the sixth album of them of 2014. I like this album very much. It's a little bit more stoner. Yes, the more stoner album of them, let's say. I like this so much, let's say. And I prefer it even more than The Hunter and even more than Emperor of Sand. Now, the second place for me will be their second album of 2004. Yes, 2004. I started to listen to them because of this album, Leviathan, with the story of Moby Dick, of course. This is a strong album, a very strong album. Continues the way of Remission. You know, there's a very connection between Remission, between Leviathan, and between Blood Mountain. Great album of Sledge. And in the first place for me, the most favorite album of Mastodon, their fourth album of them, of 2009, Crack the Sky. This album is a little bit more prog metal, prog rock, call it how you want, but this is great. For me, the best of the best of all their discography. Crack the Sky, their fourth album of them. So, this is it about worst to best of Mastodon, the blessed memory of Brent Hinds from Israel, from Jerusalem. Stay metal and stay heavy.